This is Adriana, and this is the Spiritual Awakening with Adriana channel. So I postponed recording this video for a long time because I was not sure how to give you a real honest view on what the phases of spiritual awakening really are. And I finally found the best metaphor for it, and I'm ready now. So the phases of spiritual awakening, phases are very diverse, and lots of people have their own view on what the phases of spiritual awakening are. And I watched lots of those videos, read lots of this literature, and I found most of it like too much out of reality to be really taken seriously. And I think that the best metaphor for the phases of spiritual awakening would be the butterfly. So when the butterfly is conceived, it is an egg. And the egg has all the promise in it. And this is basically what we are when we are created. No matter what we are, and no matter how many lives we have, and no matter what's going on out there, no matter what we really are, we are at one point an egg. And this is where all the promise, this is where all the future, this is where everything about us lays. The second phase of the butterfly is the larva, the caterpillar. And this is the phase in which you are basically growing up, you're maturing. Everything that is going on in your life has a purpose, but you still have no idea what that purpose might be. You're still trying to search for yourself, you're still trying to build yourself, you're still trying to understand the world around you. And the larva or caterpillar phase of the spiritual journey that we are all on is the phase in which you are basically unaware. And that is a very tough word, because I do not think that I am aware. I do not think that anybody of us can be fully aware until we are transformed. And I do not think that anybody can really have the guts to say that they are fully transformed into whatever we need to become. But I think that having the modesty and having the gut to say that you are not aware is what this life is all about. This life is all about not knowing and admitting that you do not know. The next phase of the creation of the butterfly is the pupa, the chrysalis phase. And not lots of people, in fact, are aware that there is a phase between the caterpillar and the butterfly, and it is so precise. The pupa, or the chrysalis phase of the butterfly metamorphosis, is the phase in which if you look from the outside, you can't tell. You think that this is just another caterpillar. But in fact, inside, there is so much going on. And this is the spiritual awakening. So if you think that you have gotten to understand that there is something more going on than what we have been taught, than what we have been thinking all of our life when we were caterpillars, then you are in the pupa or chrysalis phase of your metamorphosis. And this is the phase in which you start analyzing also what happened in the caterpillar phase. And then you realize maybe at one point that also there is the divine plan. There was this thread, this little thread that was carrying you all along to become this pupa, because one cannot go without the other. Your pupa or chrysalis phase of your metamorphosis is just a logical extension of what you were as a caterpillar. And it is all part of a bigger plan. So basically this butterfly metamorphosis metaphor is like the ideal for what spiritual awakening is. And the last phase, which we would call like a fully awakened person, like a person that really knows the truth, would be the butterfly phase. But the butterfly phase, if looked from the position of fear, and please look up my video about love and fear. If you look at the position of fear, then it would be like, okay, so there's a point where I die and I just fly away. No, you don't. No, please do not commit suicide, because I have thought about it a lot, and I understand now that suicide might be a tragic result, basically, of somebody's consciousness who has been awakened. And sometimes those people commit suicide because they want to like get free and get so up there. No, please do not do that, because you are supposed to be butterfly, but you are supposed to be butterfly when the divine plan wants you to become butterfly. So you cannot force anything. You cannot act out of fear for anything. You just have to learn how to go with the flow, like this little butterfly. It comes to the existence as a little egg. It has all the promise, it has everything that it will ever become, but it has still not transformed itself. Then this butterfly becomes a caterpillar, and it grows, it learns, it gets all the information that it will ever need. It gets all the genetic material that it will ever need. It has everything it has to have. And then you go into the pupa chrysalis phase, where you have to do some of your own work. You have to extend your consciousness. You have to realize that there are so many things going on, and that maybe you will never know the entire truth. But you have to have faith that one day you will become a butterfly. And you will become a butterfly not when you want it. So, okay, I'll just jump off this window and just be done with it. No, please do not do that. Because nothing is really tragic. Nothing is really sad. You can be sad. If you are alive, you can be sad. And you will always be alive. No matter if it will be in this body or in some other body. And whatever you do, it's all part of a divine plan. And one of the phases that you will go through as pupa or chrysalis, it will be part where you will try to understand the bigger truth. And this is why I have so many videos about the simulation, because I think that this story about simulation might have something in it. And at the current level of understanding of technology and the world around us, having us as some AI planted in the simulation and expected to evolve might be one good way to explain it. You will have so many questions. And one of the important lessons during the pupa or chrysalis phase, during your phase in which you will slowly start to be spiritually awakened, will be that you have to take really good care of yourself. Do not neglect your body, because your body, your mind, and your soul are all one. Here we are bundled. We are like head and shoulders two in one. This is not a commercial, by the way. But please take care of yourself. Please understand And please have faith. Have faith, because there is definitely something bigger going on. I'm sure of that. I'm not spiritually awakened. I will not pretend to be. I'm no prophet. I do not have answers that anybody else does not have. But I'm sure that there is a divine plan. And one day you will just become a butterfly, and maybe you will not even be aware of the moment when you become a butterfly. But you will start that phase of a butterfly with knowing that you are so happy. And that was it. These are the phases of the spiritual awakening, because I do not believe that spiritual awakening is just like it starts at this specific moment. No, it does not. I believe that spiritual awakening is going on your entire life, in fact. And it is all a part of a divine plan. And do not, please do not pay lots of money to people that tell you, I will spiritually awaken you. They will not. They will not. It will happen at a timeline. And at the phase in your life when you will be ready for that. And nobody can do that for you. So just live your life. Do not consider yourself somebody that just has to go out there and become spiritually awakened. It's not like you can force it. You can do more damage than good to yourself by trying to force it. Just be natural, live your life, work to better yourself, definitely, because if that little butterfly did not try through the entire, through the every phase just to become something different, this butterfly would have always remained egg or caterpillar or pupa. It would never become butterfly. And this metaphor with butterflies is in fact amazing, because when we speak about angels, we also speak about having wings. So, but again, you can have wings before you're dead. Metaphorically, of course. Everything is in symbols. You also have to understand that. So these were my 4 phases of spiritual awakening. I hope you enjoyed my video. Subscribe, hit the little bell, and see more of my videos soon. Thank you so much. Bye.